Long ago, near a dense forest in Germany, a poor farmer lived with his 12 children and very little food to share. When his 13th child was born, he did not know who to ask to be the child's godfather. He wandered out into the world, searching for an answer. The farmer set off down the road in search of a godfather. Along the way, he met a kind and glowing figure, then a shadowy stranger, but he turned them both away. Just then, a tall, pale, thin figure appeared before him. The thin figure said quietly, "I am Death. I treat everyone the same, whether they are rich or poor." The farmer found great comfort in those words. And so he invited Death to be his child's godfather. Years passed and the boy grew into a young man. One day, his godfather called him into the forest and showed him a remarkable healing herb. He said warmly, "With this, you can become a great healer." His godfather shared a quiet secret. When you visit someone who is unwell, if I stand near their head, give them the herb and they will recover. But if I stand near their feet, there is nothing to be done. Before long, the young man became the most celebrated healer in the land. One day the king became very unwell, and his attendants summoned the famous healer. When the healer entered the room, he saw his godfather standing near the king's feet, a sign that recovery was not to be. Tempted by reward, the healer turned the king's bed around so that his godfather now stood near the head. He gave the herb, and the king recovered. But his godfather's eyes grew cold and serious. Not long after, the king's beloved daughter fell gravely ill. The king promised that whoever healed her would marry the princess and receive half the kingdom. The healer looked, and saw his godfather standing near her feet once more. Overwhelmed by hope and longing, the healer turned the bed around a second time and gave the princess the herb, and she recovered. But this time his godfather was deeply displeased. "You have deceived me twice," he said gravely. "Now you must face the consequence." The godfather led the healer deep into a dark and quiet cave. Thousands upon thousands of candles flickered in the shadows. "Each flame is a life," said the godfather softly. The healer looked, and saw that his own candle was nearly out. The healer pleaded gently, "Please, set my candle onto a new one, so that my flame may burn a little longer." His godfather lifted a fresh candle, but placed it with a trembling, unsteady hand. The candle flickered and went still, and the healer quietly closed his eyes, forever. Death does not make exceptions for anyone, whether they are rich or poor or even a beloved godchild. This is the most enduring truth of life.